Syracuse did a tremendous job last year, as everybody knows. I mean, they threw the ball extremely well. Systematically, they did a lot of good things, to give their quarterback some easy reads, and, those guys were super productive. So every day, just our fundamentals and who we are. Obviously, we're getting ready for Syracuse, but at the end of the day, it's us against us, how we go about our business, how we prepare, how do we live to our standard, playing tough, playing smart, being relentless in everything we do. So, obviously, as we get closer to the game, this week, we concentrate a little bit more on Syracuse, but, it'll be the same thing week in and week out. It's more about how we execute and how we go about our business than necessarily the opponent. The first game is always different, because you don't know what kind of adjustments they've made, what they're doing differently. And then you combine that with, a lot of different faces and, how they're going to fit in, to the scheme. So I think that leads back into, my statement earlier, man, it's more about us, and how we, understand where we need to be within the framework of our defense, because it's always going to be the unknown. That's what first games are like, but vice versa. We've had some time to really, develop, some different things that we wanted to do to put guys in different spots. So it's always a chess match, if you will. But at the end of the day, we'll always lean back on our training, and how we execute.